Some particular elements of the English language are phrasal verbs. This type of verbs is very common in English. You can find them in a wide variety of contexts, such as movies, The Empire Strikes Back, and Cast Away. You can also find them in music, I'll get by with a little help from my friends, and Let It Go. Or in headlines, Country's misplaced pride holds back its democracy. Even in common everyday situations, I fell down. As regards register, phrasal verbs appear mostly in informal contexts in spoken English, but you will also find them in formal contexts. But what is exactly a phrasal verb? Well, we will learn more about them. Phrasal verbs consist of a verb plus a particle. This particle can be an adverb or a preposition. Let's check some examples. Strike back, cast away, get by, fall down. Many phrasal verbs can be substituted with one word with the same meaning, but not all of them. We also have phrasal verbs with two particles, like put up with and eat away at. As you may notice, phrasal verbs can be heard in daily conversations. But as in every lesson of English, we will have to deal with the so-feared grammar. In the fantastic world of phrasal verbs, we find different types according to their function in the sentence. Here we have two types, transitive, which means they need an object, and intransitive, which do not take an object. Let's see some examples. Transitive phrasal verbs. The town's authorities will knock down the old library. As you can see, the old library is the object after the phrasal verb knock down. However, we also have intransitive phrasal verbs. For instance, the noise of the machine slowly died away. And, please, come in. In both sentences, neither died away nor come in have any object after them. Now we will continue with another characteristic of phrasal verbs. We have two types, inseparable and separable. Let's check the examples. For inseparable, we have Matt has to contend with mathematical problems in secondary school. Contend with is an inseparable phrasal verb. This means that the verb and the particle cannot be separated. Instead, they are followed by an object. Now, let's see its counterpart, separable. Professor Michael marked two students down because they did not know the answer to the exercise. As you can see, the verb mark and the particle down are separated by the objects, two students. But, despite the fact that mark down is separable, that does not mean that it cannot adopt the other form. Let's see. Professor Michael marked down two students because they did not know the answer to the exercise. Both sentences are correct. In fact, some phrasal verbs are both separable and inseparable, while others are only inseparable. This might sound complicated, but if you want to dispel any doubt about a phrasal verb, consult a dictionary. That's the securest way to understand them.
Created using Powtoon.